right, so the question is, we're in a lot of Benin, and the question is, why do white people enjoy coming to Africa? Because there's a ton of black people, black Americans, who are scared to come to Africa, but every time I'm in Benin, white people are always here having fun. So I have some white people here who are going to answer my question. Why do white people enjoy Africa so much, or why do they continue to come to Africa? Go ahead. If you could tell people your name and where you're from and all that good stuff.
My name is Lillian. I'm from Canada, but I actually live in Accra, Ghana at this point in time.
Okay.
And we come to these festivals and travel around Western Africa and Africa because we're curious about the culture here. It's fascinating to us. I've never seen anything like this before, so it's totally intriguing and totally fascinating. And there's just so much to learn about the culture and things that we will never get to see in North America. Okay. That's why we travel in Africa.
Okay. Let me ask you this question too, if you can lean in. For black people who are afraid of voodoo, because you know voodoo has a very negative stereotype, but you are a white woman, you're here enjoying the voodoo festival. What would you tell black people, black Americans, Africans, who are afraid of their own indigenous religion called voodoo?
I would tell them to get educated on the voodoo religion. I think North Americans especially, we have this, what comes to mind immediately is dark voodoo, you know, the New Orleans style, or, you know, the voodoo dolls where people are putting curses on people, and it's not all about that. So people just need to educate themselves on it. It's not all bad voodoo. You know, here I think mostly it's good voodoo, although I'm sure there might be some bad as well. And what you're experiencing at these festivals is good voodoo. You're not going to see anything dark and really, you know, like really bad. This is a place where it's a festival, and yeah, you're not seeing anything like that.
Okay. Another question I have for black people, Africans, white people. For black people, Africans, black Americans, who renounce voodoo, renounce their indigenous religion, say it's evil, but they are Christians and they're Muslims. What would be, like, how do you feel about black people who renounce their indigenous African religion but pick up Christianity and Islam? What would be your thoughts on that?
I just think that's very individual. You know what, people will pray to any god that they believe in. So if they renounce voodoo and want to believe in God, that's their personal preference. Okay. So I don't think anyone can judge anyone for their religious choices.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, and the last question. Okay. Black people. Again, white woman in Africa, enjoying Africa. You live in Africa now too, correct?
Yes, for about 8 months.
8 months you live in here.
Yeah.
For black people who are like, I'm not going to go to Africa, I'm going to travel to Europe instead. I don't want to go to Africa because of all the bad images that are on TV, so I'm going to go to Europe. I'm scared of Africa. What would you tell black people, black Americans, people of African descent who are scared of Africa but would rather travel to Europe? What would you tell them?
I would have to tell them that they shouldn't judge something from what they see in the media, because you see a lot of things in the media that are misrepresented. So you really need to come see yourself. Some of these countries, I mean, I can really only speak for Ghana because that's where I live. The people are incredible. And so far in Togo and Benin, the people have been very friendly and very welcoming as well. You need to come and experience it for yourself. You can't judge by the media because a lot of things are misrepresented. Okay. So,
all right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There's something you want to say?
No. The point is, I mean, if the Africans don't know where they are coming from, they're totally lost. We must trace where we are coming from and know who we are. If you know who we are proud always to come back home and then even reinvest in our country. Because sometimes I feel very ashamed that when the youth, everybody is going up there to do hot. I always ask, to do hot, to clean, to do all the job. But if it is money, we have money here. Our land are fertile. We are rich in culture. We are rich in everything. But my people, you better come home. Feel proud, identify yourself, come home and come and enjoy it over here. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Oh, perfect.
but here they could come and automatically be equal. So I'm not.
Anything you like to add?
Yeah.
Anything you like to add? No, you don't want to add? Okay, don't add? Okay. Anything you like to add? You sure? Okay.
I love Africa, man.
You say that again. You got.
No, I love Africa.
You love Africa?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay. No. Why?
It's it's a difficult question. Why? But it's, if Africa catch you, you will enjoy every day here. And I traveled like more than a year in Africa, and I enjoy every single day. It's sometimes difficult because it's not easy continent to travel, but I really love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I just finished asking him where he's from, and he's from Georgia.
I'm from California, America. I'm from California originally, Sacramento, but now I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
So, and he was asking me earlier, why do African Americans hesitate to come to Africa? This is where their roots are. So I have now.
Say that again. But repeat that again. Is where their roots are.
Well, why do African Americans not want to come to Africa where their roots are? I mean, because most African Americans originated from Africa at some point in time.
You know, there are African Americans saying that they are native to America. What are your thoughts on that?
It depends. Define native. I mean, if
they're not African. They're North Americans.
If that's what they choose to believe, and maybe it's true. I can't refute that because I don't know what their situation is. But I mean, I do believe that most African Americans probably originated from slaves years ago. I don't know of any black people that were native to North America, so I really can't speak to that. But I think it's interesting that you're here exploring your roots, and it's a come home year for all black or for all black Americans this year. There's a call out, at least in Ghana, to come home and explore your roots this year in 2019.
That's awesome. They're just trying to get African Americans to actually do it. Because they're afraid of who they are, which is sad.
I think that they have a lot to learn from the people here. A lot to learn from the people here. And that they need to come and see this for themselves.
Absolutely. Say that last part again.
Come see it.
Because they won't believe me because I'm black, but they hear from a white woman, they'll come.
Come see it for yourselves. It's incredible. It's an experience like you will never have anywhere else, and you need to come see it. It's so much deeper than what you might imagine on the surface. And it has to be experienced for yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you.